what is up? Long time no see. I know. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy to be being creative again. I kind of lost my spark for a little bit, kind of lost my inspiration, and I got really busy. I got a new job and I'm finishing off grad school, so check your girl out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so glad you decided to check me out. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Trice, and if you're not, welcome back. You already know how it goes in this space, okay? We here for a good time, not a long time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just went ahead and did this colorful, pretty green cut crease with some silver glitter. I really kind of did the most, but look, I haven't been on here in a while, and I had to come back with a pop, with a bang. We couldn't come back with no neutrals, okay? We had to come back like this. I used the, what is this, child? The Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I am so late. I have been meaning to get this, but I finally decided to pick it up, and this is the first look that I decided to do. I'm not gonna ramble. I'm not gonna talk too much. Be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Also, if you ain't part of the Trice tribe, what you doing? Like, go on ahead and subscribe and join the Trice tribe. Okay, the button is down there and it's for the free. Okay? Thank you guys once again so much for watching and checking me out. And without further ado, let's get into the look. All right, y'all. So I'm just starting off priming my eyelids with this LA Girl Pro Concealer in Pure Beige. I wanted this light color so that my colors pop a little bit more vibrantly when I put them on. So I'm just buffing that out with this brush. And then I'm taking my banana powder from Makeup Revolution and just lightly setting. Now I'm going into this light green in the palette. These don't have names, so I'm just going to try to show you as best I can. But I'm just buffing that in my crease as my transition color. And I'm using this brush I got from the beauty supply, and it's dual-ended, so it's like a fluffy side, and then it's a smaller, fluffier side on the other end. But just buff that into your liking. I wanted it really intense, so you can make it as light or as intense as you want. These are buildable. So yeah, we just throwing it in the crease. Now we're going into this top green shade. So this is all about greens today. So we're taking that color and we're going to put it a little bit lower than we put that top green shade. That way, we're kind of creating that transition when we cut our crease. It'll be bombed, okay? It'll be bomb. Now going into this green shade, it's just, like I said, y'all, all about the greens. Putting that a little bit lower than I put that last color. And then taking this green and doing the same thing. Just placing that a little bit lower each time so that it creates that layering. Now I'm going in with that smaller side and that kind of bluish green, and I'm strategically placing it in my crease right here, yeah. And then I'm going to blend that out with the fluffier side of the brush, and I'm actually going to go back in and add some more with the fluffy side of the brush and buff all of that in. But I wanted to make sure I placed it in the right spot so it wasn't all over my lid. So now going back into that LA Girl Pro Concealer in Pure Beige, I'm going to cut my crease. Now I started off using this angled brush, and I don't know why I thought this was a good idea when I have rounded eyes. But yeah, so you'll see me switch brushes in a minute. The other one is more rounded and more stiff, and it worked way better. This was giving me too much angle, and I wanted this to be a rounded cut crease. So yeah, this allowed me to kind of round it off and make it the shape that I wanted. You can make it any shape that you want. If you want to flick it out, that's fine, but that's not what I was going for. And so yeah, I'm just placing that all over my lid. Now I'm going into this silver from my Lorac Pro Palette 2, or Lorac 2 Pro Palette, and this is going to act as the base for the silver glitter we're going to be using. So instead of putting the glitter just straight on the concealer, I don't think it would have been that vibrant. So I used this, and it was really creamy and really easy to glide onto the lid. Now I'm taking my NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to be placing that on this e.l.f. brush and just patting that all over that silver shadow. Now I'm taking this silver glitter. I got this from the beauty supply. It was like $1. I'll have everything listed in the description box below, but I'm patting that onto that space where we put the glitter glue. Now I'm going back into that darker shade with the smaller end of the brush, and we're just going to define the outer edges kind of towards the middle so that it makes a smooth transition from glitter to the rest of the look. And then I'm placing a little bit of that in my crease to define that line where we maybe lost a little bit of that darker shade when we cut the crease. So this is so it doesn't go straight from glitter to nothing. So now I'm going in with each shade we used on the lid, or not the lid, in the crease, and using that on the outer edges towards the center to just kind of create a transition. So it goes from darker green to medium green to the lightest green, and then I just blend it out with the fluffy side of the brush. So now I'm taking this e.l.f. liquid liner. I think this is just in the color either black or jet black, and I'm creating a wing. I haven't done a wing in forever, okay, but I thought this look needed one just to kind of tie it together. So we're just going to create a wing, and then we're going to end up popping on some mist lashes. They were all in a handful, y'all, and I don't know what the names are, so yeah, I'm sorry. But bam, here we are with lashes, and I went ahead and did my foundation because that's the boring part. Now I'm concealing with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Warm Honey, and I'm just blending that out with my Real Techniques Body Blender. I forgot how good these LA Girl Pro Concealers were because I got bougie and went up a little bit and started using Makeup Revolution, but I took it back to my roots. So now I am going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Concealer in C15 to contour my face. So I've been into cream contouring. If you watched me previously, you know that I really didn't like to, but now I'm obsessed with cream contouring. I feel like it just ties everything together. Maybe it's this concealer. I don't know, child. But buff that out. Now I'm taking my black Opal setting powder in 400 medium, what I always do, and I'm covering the entire area of my face with my sponge and that powder. This kind of ties everything together. Then I'm taking my Makeup Revolution banana powder, and I'm going to put that in the highlighted areas only. So chin, under my eyes, forehead, and down the bridge of my nose. Now I'm taking my black Radiance, I think this is, powder in ebony. It's either ebony or rich mahogany, and I'm contouring my face. And then I'm doing that on the bridge of my nose. Well, not the bridge, on my nose with a smaller brush. Now I'm carving out my contour with my powder by Black Opal. And then I'm going into my waterline with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. Now, I don't have a liner the color that I'm looking for, so this is a good trick. I'm going to put that in my waterline, and then I'm going to go into that shadow with the smaller end of that brush. And I'm going to place that on top of the color Milk. So not only does it make it very vibrant, but it kind of acts like a pseudo liner if you don't have one in a certain color that you would like. So just a little tip, it may make your eyes water, especially if you're having contacts, but it's a good little trick. So now going back into that green right there, I'm going underneath my eyes and then just placing all the colors we had in the crease underneath my eyes. So it creates that same kind of effect that we have on the top, on the bottom. Now I'm taking my Lash Discovery mascara. The wand is super small, and I'm defining my lower lashes. So I just use it vertically, and I figure out that helps a little bit better to bring them out because they're basically non-existent. But yeah, we doing what we can. So now I'm just buffing away all of that excess powder with this big old brush. I need to get some new brushes, but whatever. And I'm taking this Beauty Treats blush palette from the beauty supply, and I'm just giving myself a little color on my cheeks with those two shades. Now I'm going into the It's My Ray Ray palette, and I'm using this highlighter. I'll have the name listed below, but oh my gosh, I love these highlighters in this palette. And I'm highlighting all the areas I normally do on my face. Nose, cheeks, Cupid's bow, all that good stuff. Of course, it's not complete without my faux moles using my black retractable eyeliner pencil. You can use any one you would like. Then I'm just going to go in with this Makeup Revolution Oil Control Spray. This has been a new favorite of mine. And then I'm going to pat that in with my sponge. This helps kind of make your foundation look like skin, melts everything in and not look cakey. So then I'm just going on with this brown lip liner and then NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipstick. I'll have everything listed below, y'all. I don't remember the names of none of this stuff, but I am going on with my lip gloss and fortune cookie, and that is it.